Have you been thinking about getting a high-end stainless steel filter for your nano aquarium? I'm going to say that you have since you saw the thumbnail and you clicked on this video. Now there's a couple of different options for stainless steel filters on the market, but when we say stainless steel filter, who comes to mind? ADA, of course, right? So let's go check out the features and the price of an ADA filter, and then let's compare it to the one that you saw in this thumbnail. Now I'm going to blur out the website here because it's irrelevant, but ADA has manufacturer pricing, so pretty much anywhere you look, you're going to find the same price. At $459, $460, I guess you could save 10 bucks on this particular website. But the ADA Superjet filter series is what people commonly look at for these filters. The ES150 version 2 is rated for aquariums up to 45 by 27 by 30 centimeters. And well, that's a 45p, and that's a 10-gallon aquarium. Now it's your basic stainless steel filter. We've all seen it. You've got the pump up at the top and you know, your inlet tube down at the bottom. And well, stainless steel canister filter, right? With the heavy duty clamps and things like that. So 460 bucks. But if we click on over here to Amazon, this particular LANDEN PURA 100 that we're going to review is $250. Now the ADA comes with standard accessories here, some activated carbon in a net, comes with some bio cubes, comes with one Lily spin pipe, one Lily mini pipe, and an inflow hose. Comes with a stainless steel washer, hose clamps, and a stabilization mat. Flow rate on the ADA is 3.5 liters per minute, about 1 gallon a minute, roughly, 55.2 gallons per hour. That's on the ADA. And LANDEN's is going to be, it's down here, 240 liters or 63 gallons per hour, and 420 liters or 110 gallons per hour switchable. So there's dual flow rates on the pump here. Now some other features that the LANDEN PURA 100 claims: 3-stage filtration. This is the filter media consists of LANDEN's bio balls, the active carbon, what else here? Some nets. I'm guessing that's little bags. Says adjustable switches. The flow's pump rate can be adjusted. Minimalist design and appearance. That's why we go with the stainless steel. Canister body is made of stainless steel without any decoration and color except for the logo at the bottom. And the LANDEN comes with complete accessories as we see here. You're going to have your filter medium already installed in the canister, equipped with inflow and outflow pipes, tube hoses, double tab connectors, and other accessories. We'll check all that out in the box. In fact, that's what we should do now. Let's break it open and check out all this stuff. Now you may notice that the box is already open here, but that's because we had some damage in the shipping process, and I wanted to check the contents before making the video, obviously. Now it was double boxed, so this box was inside of an exterior box, but I haven't really gone through and opened all the interior boxes and checked all the accessories, so let's do that together. Alright guys, first thing we got here, an accessory packet. Looks like we got the foam mat for the filter. Looks like a spare sponge, some hoses, and the power outlet. We got 2 double connectors here. These are your inflow outflow adjustment valves there. Got our stainless steel lily pipe kit. Got some nice silicone hosing. It's in smoked gray here. Looks like a generous amount of that. Got some booklets here. And the part you've really been waiting for, oh my goodness, the filter itself. Boy, that's a chunky guy right there. That's heavier than I thought. I mean, I felt the box was heavy, but I didn't know the filter was this heavy. Jeez, I wonder what that weighs. Let me get a scale. 5.5 pounds. For you guys across the pond, that's 2,512 grams. Pretty heavy for a filter that's, you know, the size of my hand, essentially. I'm impressed. That's pretty thick steel. So pretty clean looking little filter. Let's pop it open. Oh, geez, if I can get it open. All right, the clips are definitely high quality. Pumping top together. You can kind of see the thickness of the stainless steel here. She's pretty thick. All right, we got a stainless steel, I guess, pressure plate. Is that what you would call this? We have a bag of what looks like maybe charcoal. Let's see. Yes, that's a charcoal packet, or a bag of charcoal if you wanted to do charcoal. We run planted tanks, so we don't run charcoal very often. This is a pretty good sized media bag here. And this media bag is filled with, I'm assuming, Landen's Bio Balls, which it said in the ad. I do like the name Bio Balls. That's a pretty good size bag. And unlike other bags I've seen, look, it's round. I don't know if you guys can see that. The bottom of the bag is sewn circular. You could fill it all the way up and the bag sits real nice in the canister. So that's cool, a nice round mesh bag. You could use this for multiple things. And because it's such a big bag, I'm guessing you could use this in another filter if you wanted to do like just sponge only or something in here. All right, what else we got in here? Of course, you have a sponge. Now, we had another one of these, didn't we? Yeah, in our accessory packet here, another sponge. Is it the same porosity? It appears to be the same porosity. And then if we look inside there, you can see there's another bottom riser plate to keep your inlet hose there from being filled up with media. You guys understand how these things work, I'm assuming. And there's a little switch here on the pump, I see. Push button switch, I guess that's for your different modes on and off. And for you techie guys there, this particular pump is a 12 volt DC 4 watt pump. One thing I want to critique here is that these clamps are semi-permanent. But if I need to service this to clean any debris out of the inlet or something, I would have preferred removable clamps than these permanent clamps. If you're new to the channel, here's your first look at the guppy breeding tank. It has gone absolutely insane with breeding everything. You can't see it under the glossostigma carpet there, but there's probably a couple hundred shrimp in there. There's at least 150 or so guppies in there, many babies down below that glossostigma. And you can probably see our snail population. It is out of control. So this tank is one of my heaviest bioload tanks, and it needs very good filtration because if it doesn't, it'll cloud up literally overnight. And because we definitely want to put this filter on display, I'm going to be moving my 10 gallons to independent stands, building a custom stand for them where we can feature the filters. So while it's not ideal, you see I've got my CO2 already on the floor here. Temporarily, just to get things running and start the testing process, I'm going to set the filter down here next to it, and then I'll have plenty of room to put all of my piping. This is also going to be a really good test for head height to see if this pump's got enough power to go all the way up to the tank above. As far as how I'm going to set the filter up, I'm going to use only Landen's products to start because I want to see how well does it filter with what they give you. So first thing I'm going to do is, of course, put in the bottom plate. Then I'm going to run both of the sponges, and then all I'm going to do is drop the biomedia bag in on top. I'll do it a little neater here in a minute. I've got to rinse everything. I am not going to use the carbon. As I stated, these are planted tanks, and I do fertilize occasionally, so we don't want to use carbon in the tank. Alright guys, that was a pretty simple setup. Everything primed properly here. I don't see any leaks. All of our valves are open in the run position here. Whoa, let's pause the video right here before I get some kind of comment that tells me my hose here is not fully inserted. I know it's not. I was just doing a test in this particular clip. But for clarification, you want to make sure that your hose is fully seated and this locking collar is screwed all the way up. That way it locks the hose in place and it's not going to go anywhere. All right, let's carry on to the video. All right, you guys ready? Fishies, are you ready? It's taking a while to kind of prime up a little bit. I will tell you right off the bat, it is dead silent. I mean, dead silent. That looks like low, or it feels kind of like low. Let's push the button, see if we get up on high. Oh, it's momentary. So you click the button and it takes it a second for the pump to click over to high. There we go. So there's surface agitation on high, and there is surface agitation on low. I'm gonna click it back on high, and maybe you can kind of see on high. So what's our head height here? About 41 inches. It says 3 foot 5 inch head height, and it's running just fine. But 100%, this pump on high is the quietest external pump I've ever heard. Seriously. Look, I'm gonna unplug my other pump that's loud in the river tank here. I'm gonna take my mic off here, and I'm going to take the mic off of noise filtration. There we go, blue light. And I'm gonna put the mic right next to the pump. Heck, I'm gonna put the mic on the pump, touching it. That's quiet. As a comparison, I run these True Aqua Design nano filters. They have an external pump as well. These are pretty quiet, but you'll hear them. They do make a little buzzing sound. I'm not going to plug it in, obviously, because it's dry. But you will hear a little hum from these. That pump, that thing is dead silent. I'm impressed, really impressed. All right, well, there you go. Setup was a breeze since all the accessories were included. I really wish I could have got it on one of these shelves so it looked a little bit better than on the floor, but I'm going to build a stand for this aquarium and we'll move it over to that. I'm going to run this for a couple of weeks, see how it's filtering the 10-gallon, maybe move it to another tank if I need to. It's been about a week since I set up the PURA 100, and it has been running with just the biomedia and the 2 sponges that LANDEN provided with the filter. But those of you that know me well also know I'm a filter floss freak, and so we can't do a proper filter test without loading it with filter floss. Will the little PURA 100 be able to handle a full load of clogged filter floss without slowing its flow? Let's go ahead and use these quick disconnects and load it with filter floss. All right, this should be fairly quick and easy. Unplug the power with a quick disconnect. We'll close all of our valves, top and bottom here. Just wrap a towel around there. Undo the quick disconnect on the hoses. Not too bad on the water spill. Do it over here on this one. Not bad. Get our filter out of here. Oh, I forgot how heavy this thing is. All right, here by the sink, let's go ahead and pop the filter open. Ugh, looks good and clean on the inside. I can feel the biofilm, so it's definitely gone through the biological cycling. Keep this and not disturb it so much. All right, bio bag out with the bio balls. And just a look at our 2 sponges here, everything's pretty clear. So I'm gonna take 1 sponge out. I'm gonna leave 1 kind of pre-filter sponge in there. I'm gonna stick a wad of filter floss in there. Actually gonna put the top sponge back on. We're gonna run no biomedia. Drop our top plate back on, or I guess whatever you call this thing, top spacer. Drop that back on. And easy as that, we're now running filter floss. Drop it back in its place. And as you can see, we're off to the races. No joke, that's probably the quickest filter maintenance I've done on one of these little nano canisters. All right, we're gonna run the filter for another week with filter floss and 2 sponges only. And with this bio load in this tank here, we should clog that filter floss up within a week, see if we have any reduced flow. All right, guys, it's been another week here, and we're actually moving the PURA 100 to another tank because I'm redoing the fish room here. But let's see what she looks like inside real quick. So when I put my filter floss in, I left a little gap here, I guess. That's where most of the filtration has taken place. Pulling it out and looking at the bottom, we can see the filter is definitely doing its job. But it's good to know that even with this much filter floss, I've had 0 reduction in flow. Filter's been going along pretty good. So here's where I'm going to be moving the filter to. I have the 10-gallon Dragon Valley Aquascape here on a brand new stand that I built. And you can see a little shelf on the right-hand side. That's where the filter is going to be featured right out on center stage in all its glory, the way it's supposed to be. That's why you get one of these filters. So I'm going to get this rigged up and operational, and then I'll show you what it looks like. I opted to put the hoses directly on the filter with the clamps here for a little bit cleaner look. And then I took the quick disconnect valves and I put them in line behind the tank there, so that when we come around to even the lily pipe side, we have just a real nice clean setup here. Just waiting for my water to fill up. I just moved this tank to a new stand, so we've got to get the water filled back up, and then we can kick the filter on. All right, the tank's all filled up. Let's fire up the filter. Primed itself right up. Kick it on high to evac this air out of there. And we didn't need it before because it was on carpet, but let's go ahead and use the foam mat here that comes with the filter. And there we go. This is probably going to be its permanent home until I come up with some other plan where I need this filter, but I think all in all it looks pretty good sitting there. Previously, I haven't really seen a need for any of these high-end canister filters, but I gotta say, this setup right here does look pretty premium with this tank. Now, I know you probably skipped right to the end, so here's your TLDR. You get what you pay for, okay? It's not the cheapest filter on the market, it's not the most expensive filter on the market, but everything you need is included. You get the media bags and all the media and sponges and accessories and quick disconnects and clamps, and I mean, you get everything you need. Just set it up and go, right? Now I'm going to go through the things that I don't really like about the filter. That way we end on a positive note because it just seems better that way. First thing is those quick disconnect valves. They're a little big for me. If there was a way to make them a little bit smaller, that would be aesthetically more pleasing, or possibly just a single valve. Next one is pretty simple and maybe nitpicky. The mat down here that's provided, I would prefer that to be black. The filter is black and silver. A black mat goes with more things. It's okay, right? But if we could get a black one, that would probably be just more preferred. The next complaint, I hope LANDEN changes if they do see this video. The orange O-ring that comes in it, I'll put a clip up here. Please provide an extra one. Inevitably somebody's going to tear that O-ring, and you need that O-ring for the pump to work, and it'd be nice to have a spare one in your fish cabinet. I would prefer to see an extra O-ring in the kit. I already touched on it, but removable pump clamps. These clamps right here, you may need to service this filter at some point. In fact, there's 4 screws on the front that you can take it apart and actually service the impeller. Other than those kind of nitpicky things, I don't really have anything else. So let's move into the positives, what I really do like about the filter. First, what I like is that all the accessories are available independently. So if you did see anything in this video that you enjoyed, maybe you just want the lily pipe set, you can get it independently if you want. But what I like is that I can replace things. Because if you're going to spend this kind of money on a filter, you want to be able to replace things as they wear out or they break. So I do like that you can get all the accessories independently. Continuing with accessories, I love the lily pipes. I've never had stainless steel lily pipes before. I always run the glass ones or plastic ones. Let me tell you, after running this for a while, you don't see any dirt. Maybe you guys already know this. You run metal lily pipes for that reason, but you can't see the filth. If you run glass lily pipes, you know they turn brown in like a week. I also like the clamps that they come with. They just look good. They work well. See, with this clamp being so low profile, you can bring this lily pipe all the way down to the top edge of the aquarium and make it really nice and sleek. So you have very minimal kind of appearance there. In this particular use case, I want a little more surface agitation, so having the adjustability is also very nice. We can't deny the construction quality on this thing. I mean, the stainless steel is thick on this. It's heavy. We all know heavy means quality, right? But it's just built well, man. When you take it apart or you're messing with it, it feels like a quality piece of equipment, and it doesn't make you feel as bad about spending $250 on it. I like the quality of it. It seems like it's going to last probably a lifetime. And finally, probably the most important thing I like, the pump. One, it's got excellent head height. I didn't see any reduction in flow from going with a shorter head height here than I did in the beginning of this video. But most importantly for the pump, and if you're a member or a subscriber to the channel, You already know I hate noise. I want my aquariums to be completely silent. And this pump is silent. For as much power as it has, you can't even hear it. I'm sitting right next to it here. I'm telling you, you can't hear it. My mic's right here. You guys can see. It's quiet. Yes, finally, a quiet filter. All right, that's going to do it, guys. I know it was a long video, but as the title says, in-depth filter review. So we did an in-depth review. Go back and review some things if you did skip around. Go get you one, man. I'm going to have a link in the description below. You can help me out by clicking that link if you want one of these. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next aquarium review.